What's up guys? So I've always wanted to make a video like this. I just didn't know how, or if I was even gonna do a video or a blog post or an article. I've tried many times, I've attempted many times, but what I'm really trying to say is just very simple, but it's just really hard for me to speak in a very concise and specific manner, especially when explaining already, because I find myself becoming, into the whole talking about the thing and explaining it and trying to simplify it and reconstruct it for everyone so everyone understands. But really, what I'm trying to say is very simple. So I made this video to answer the question of how to lose weight, so I made this video to answer the question of how to lose weight. But really the first question that I want to ask before answering that is, how do people make changes in their body? How do people lose weight? And how do people gain weight? Why does this happen? So to answer the question, by answering those questions, at the same time we already also answer the question of how to lose weight. When we try to lose weight, or when we set out to achieve fitness goals or gain muscle or whatever, usually people give us advice that aren't wrong, but we tend to accept them as the only correct advice and we pass it on to others. But the thing is, people's bodies work differently, and what works for you might not work for this guy. What you might enjoy, this guy might not enjoy. What's super tiring for you, but you love doing those intense stuff, might be not fun for this guy, might be not sustainable for this guy, not maintainable for this guy. So what's really going on? So I want to say that what's really happening when a person makes changes in his body or loses weight is something is changed within his energy balance. And what energy balance basically is, and I'm trying to make this video, energy balance is basically the relationship of the calories that come in your body and the calories that go out, meaning the calories that you expend. So it's calories in versus calories out. We hear this a lot in the fitness industry. So each of us, depending on our body, our body size, body type, body structure, each of us will have our own maintenance calories. Maintenance calories are the amount of calories that we intake every day to maintain our own body weight or for our body to survive. Maintenance calories takes into account two things: your TDEE, or total daily energy expenditure, and your BMR, which is your basal metabolic rate, which is the rate of calories which you burn at rest daily without doing anything, even sleeping, just with your organs functioning and all that. But total daily energy expenditure also takes into account your job type or whatever. And it's as a normal person, you can't really specifically and be set or be sure that that's your accurate maintenance calories. But yeah, this is for another conversation. But just like any scientific method, if you set controlled variables or whatever, you can find out your maintenance calories. Set an amount of calories and then eat it every day for like a week and see how the changes go. But anyway, so knowing about your maintenance calories, that only means that every time you're eating less than you're burning, you're gonna lose weight, and every time you're eating more than you're burning, you're gonna gain weight. So that's called being in a deficit and being in a surplus. Okay, so that's it. That's the freaking answer. I mean, we go to all these trainers and all these diet plans and go to these people for advice, go to the internet for advice, and we're told to do all these things, being misled in all these different directions, and they do work. But then we tend to, I don't know, give too much importance to what they are saying and holding them so much to be true and the only thing. But really, if you take out all the noise and you leave the things that you know to be true, true is that most of the things that people tell you to do or trainers tell you to do to lose weight leave you in a deficit. So sometimes trainers or people will tell you to do X amounts of cardio. But really, let's say you did cardio enough to make you burn 200 calories. And let's say your maintenance is X calories. Doing cardio that that burns 200 calories is almost the same as just lessening the calories that you ate for that day by 200 calories, or by subtracting 200 calories from the total calories that you ate that day. So that's it. And because you want to be a healthy individual, meaning you want to be strong, keep strong, why would you want to sacrifice strength? You came in this world to get stronger, to get better, and you don't want to sacrifice all the progress that you've made so far. So when losing weight or cutting fat, what you want to do is you want to maintain muscle as much as you can, or even try to get stronger still, or even try to grow still. And you can do this by setting healthy boundaries for your calorie deficit, by not eating too little, because some people try to crash diet and eat too little, so it's unmaintainable, and then they just bounce back after because they feel like it's gonna be faster, because the rate of weight loss is faster. Because the rate of weight loss when trying to maintain muscle might look slower, but in the process you're gonna look better because you're gonna be more chiseled, or you're gonna look more fit because you maintained your muscle mass, and what really was only burnt was your fat. So it gives your body some shape. Also, when trying to gain muscle or trying to gain weight, you also want to set healthy boundaries for your surplus. You don't want to go too high because you're gonna gain fat. You want to stay lean. So that's basically it. Being on a deficit ensures that you lose weight. So it's all about knowing why, and then working your life around how everything works. It's all up to you to make the right choices. You know what's good for you. You know the good food, you know the bad food, you know the food that gets you full, you know the food that doesn't get you full. But when it comes to working out also, I'm not such a big fan of the idea that when you have to go to the gym, you have to, tire yourself or like hit it super hard. I'm all for gaining more by doing less, if you notice by how I'm approaching all of this. That's why I had to find out, the center, the truth, the secret to it all, Why do people lose weight when trainers tell them to do this? Why does this happen when I do this? Why do I lose weight when I do cardio, whatever? When it comes to the gym, all you really have to do is try to set up a program that's going to allow you to progress over time. Because progressive overload or progressing over time ensures that you're constantly putting new stimulus into your muscles that will tear the muscle fibers. And because of the food that you eat, considering that you're eating the right calories and macronutrients based on your goal, these torn muscle fibers now will adapt bigger or stronger in order to support yourself with the exercise or the stimulus that you gave it recently. And now you'll continue to progress more and continue to give or put foreign or like new stimulus into your muscles, and then the progress goes on and on. You don't have to be scared of growing super huge or big, especially for girls, because even for men it's super hard to gain that much muscle when people start using steroids. So naturally it's really hard to gain that much muscle in a short amount of time. So people don't have to be scared about being huge or bulky. And people also usually grow huge and bulky because when they're bulking too much, they're eating too much calories. And I just didn't know how, because it's really hard for me, and I'm really practicing to speak in a more concise and specific manner, not to get off track in explaining, the side and the sub topics or whatever. I also try not to sound super attacking or defensive of anything. I'm just trying to say that whatever we know is true. Well, unless they're not true. But the true things that we know are true. But if you deconstruct all of those, you can find a more simpler truth that you can use to support your own, like to make your life better, to make your life more of your life, and not a slave to a truth that someone is telling you. You have to find the common truth for all, and then fit yours into that.